Surrounding hills is a great way to work off lunch. Zorb?
Veronica, is zorbing very popular here in Bratislava? Yes, they love zorbing. Also, many foreigners come here to do zorbing because they love the other point of view on Bratislava, not just the sightseeing, just the castles and Ufa and so on. These hills here are not very steep, they're very mild, so you don't reach such a high speed.
Somewhere along the line, someone saw a hamster wheel and figured it was time people started having as much fun.
It's very safe because you are strapped inside, so nothing can happen to you. There is a safety net at the end of the hill, and even if the ball breaks somewhere, the air comes out very slowly.
Let's get the ball rolling!
The record speed of 52 kilometers an hour may seem sedate, but when you're tumbling end over end in pretty much a large ball of bubble wrap, well, here's how Joanne put it.
That was so much fun. I love zorbing. I felt like we was in a washing machine. What a nice one. Again!
Whether you thrill at feeling like a tennis ball being served up at Wimbledon, or if you prefer a world-renowned Slovakian beer on the banks of the Danube, this city's got it covered.
After feasting like royalty and playing like a right royal child, I think I've seen Bratislava from every possible angle. And I can honestly say that this little big city with heart has won my heart for sure.
Sure Travel puts you in the picture this week. Make memories that last a lifetime with holiday packages from Sure Travel. Details on the website and in Top Billing magazine.
In an age of hopping between cities and countries by air, where a cruise is understood to be by ocean liner, SureTravel's multi-destination river cruise was foreign territory at first, but what a revelation! From the joys of modern and ancient Budapest to the great fun of the public spaces and UFO restaurant of Bratislava in Slovakia, we were now dyed-in-the-wool Danube river cruises. The next leg and set of riverlocks saw us awake in Austrian waters.
Vienna is known for its flamboyant masked balls, Wiener Schnitzel, Sachertorte and waltzing. But one of its most famous sons, Johann Strauss, was entranced by another one of its famous landmarks, the beautiful blue Danube. And from one Strauss to another, I think I understand his fascination.
Any city which, until today, ranks first in the world for quality of life is one to spend real time in and to soak up the satisfaction the Viennese feel in calling this place home. Aside from a calendar year packed with the very best of every art form, it's the backdrop which makes even a cup of coffee here an event. Fittingly, the entire city centre has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and organisations like OPEC and United Nations have head offices here. Our own campaign headquarters aboard the River Beatrice were like a little piece of Vienna on the water. Once you enter Chef Harem Roybel's restaurant, however, you never know which city you'll be dining in from one day to the next.
I've really enjoyed the various tastes of the Wacha Valley.
Yeah, we are sailing through many different countries, and of course the expectation by our guests is that we are serving a lot of local cuisine. So we have in the Wacha Valley, we have a special fish, it's a trout from the river, and we have desserts like apricot dumplings, and the famous one, it's our Ostbraten that we serve tonight.
Do you get a chance to actually shop for ingredients along the route?
Oh yes, all the time. I have the time to go out day by day for fresh vegetables, fish, some meat, some cheeses, some smoked ham, all the things what you can find around the Danube River.
One source of excellent regional wine is Dürnstein. Considered ideal land by the nobility of the Middle Ages, there was room to farm. The narrow valley was easily defended, and the steep rock banks and hills provided security from floods and any unwanted guests.
Exploring the little town of Dürnstein is as easy as, well, falling off a bicycle. With a population of 1,000, or actually 1,002 according to last year's census, it's one of the smallest towns in Austria, but definitely one of the most picturesque.
While the Baroque tower of the Blue Church cheerfully welcomes visitors today, during the Crusades, this was where England's Richard the Lionheart was imprisoned for insulting an Austrian duke. After paying a ransom of a mere 23,000 kilos of silver, he was back on his bike.
These cobblestone roads are a bit difficult to navigate, but I think I'll be alright after a little schnapps.
Toasted for its excellent Riesling wines, the Wachau district also hosts a flourishing apricot industry. And the finest byproduct is an excellent apricot schnapps, a taste of which we found forthcoming from several Dürnstein shop owners throughout the town.
Jawohl, schmeckt sehr lecker.
And having another is all in order with no one driving, simply cruising and lazing on a sunny afternoon. So you can't stop at every town, but with the boat's wine cellar and menu as comprehensive as it is, you get to taste something from practically every hamlet you pass. Like Weissenkirchen, very well known for its wines, and just a little further on, the market town of Spitz, which the Celts first occupied over 1,000 years ago. The next port of call is situated on an isolated rock commanding the Danube. Before Vienna, Melk was Austria's first capital, and for the last 9 centuries, its abbey has been home to an order of Benedictine monks. The famous character Monk Edson of Melk in the Sean Connery film The Name of the